remind you guys, the residents, the city residents are going to get this thing out. So we're all of us out of it, so the rec department out of it, and let them get exactly what they want. It's so nice to see. Do we have any other questions for Mr. Brandon? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Brandon. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Planning and Economic Development, Chairman Hunter.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Lucas, would you come forward, please, with your report?
Good evening, council members. If you look at the report that's in your agenda packet, the permit activity for the month of April has increased significantly, which is primarily what we're starting to see some residential activity starting back up. The dollar value for the construction, though, is not very high, but at least the fact that there is some activity on the residential side is promising. As of this morning, the shortfall on the business license revenue has been reduced to about $260,000. So we're still that much shy of meeting the projected revenue of $1.8 million. Now, we do still have 43 days left in the fiscal year, so we may come very close to meeting that goal once we get some of the contested fees out of the way. Other than that, we're still continuing to patrol on alternating weekends. We did have one incident on Mother's Day. There was a contractor out at 110 East Butler Road that had already taken out a tree that was a historic tree. A police officer was called by one of my staff members who went out there or who was driving by. The police officer did issue a ticket to the contractor for operating without a business license. The property owner has been issued a ticket for removal of a historic tree. That's where we're at. Apparently he tried to slide in on Mother's Day, thinking nobody would see it.
Mr. Lucas, how are business license fees coming in? You indicated you hope we make it to budget.
Well, from the date that the staff report was written, on that date we were about $322,000 shy of the projected goal for the fiscal year. But as of this morning, we were about $260,000 shy, so we had cut back into that by just in 4 days.
And those that are coming in now, are there delinquent?
There are some delinquents out there. We're still wrangling with IBM, Compex, and Muzak are the ones that showed mine right off the bat. And we're still dealing with them. Compex has went ahead and paid. And is going to be appealing, protesting, but they did pay in full, and we should probably be hearing something from them in the next month.
Mr. Rubin.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter. Two questions, Mr. Lucas. The NHC property, when is that looking to be completed? Do you know?
The construction, particularly for institutional properties, the construction is very detailed, and it looks like we're probably looking at completion date, weather permitting, of about August 1st.
Okay. Last thing, on the staff level, we appreciate you taking care of the property posting requirements for zoning changes and such. I think that's a good one. We've had the next come before council to take care of that before we ever had to get that far.
And the properties were posted on Friday.
Thank you, Mr. Lucas.
Mr. Williams.
Yes, Mr. Lucas, I would ask you to get with Mr. Brandon and regarding the tree and work with the tree board and give a report by next council meeting on updating the tree ordinance and also how more effectively can we be on top of those kinds of issues that violate that ordinance so that we get some report back from your group and the recreation committee, which oversees the tree board, to work together to try and move that forward too. Mr. Cruz.
Well, that's the question that let's go on the regulation. Well, I said, not where are we at with the tree board that if we would drop that in like a chin and we good and stand off that floor off his chin. He don't need to be in between them folks and us folks.
Sure.
They need to have their own chin. They need to be laid on. But where we at, we talked about that a good while back.
Yes, sir, and what you're describing, Mr. Cook, is actually very comparable to the way our staff provides, acts as a liaison to other boards and commission members. We've been working to try to get some meetings established. Our recreation director has taken the lead in drafting an updated tree ordinance that does structure the position of where the board will elect their own chairman and our director will serve as that liaison. They, as a board, need to take some formal action on that and then, or at least weigh in on it. And that's what we've been working to get them to do. And then, of course, it ultimately comes to this council for a decision. We will have a report to you by June 2nd on where we are with the updates to the tree ordinance.
So what you're saying is, June 2nd, we're going to be able to remove the ban off of that.
No, sir, I don't say that. I didn't say that. We'll have a report for you on that. That's what we're working to see. Van has drafted language for a revised ordinance that would structure it that way. We may get to that point. We're going to try to get a meeting set up with the tree board, but we will have a report for you on that and keep that ball rolling.
Well, I agree with Mr. Cook and endorse that by the June meeting, we get an update on both of these issues. And until we get resolution on both of them, I want a monthly update.
Any other questions of Mr. Black?
Thank you, sir. Mr. Lincoln, I saw the trees in question on East Butler. I was trying to on church some other day, and I got my call left at you like a voice message, and I saw the police out there. Are we keeping up with these? I'd like to see you report back to council. I know some of the citizens brought up the question on these people are in violation of cutting down historic trees. They were issued a sum of them fine, but we never hear what the end result is. Did they pay the fine? Did they plant the trees that they were required to plant? You know, what was the outcome of it? And this legal job, I'd like to see us report that. And is there any way that we can further educate people in town? I know some people are going to do it like Mother's Day. You know, maybe they knew they weren't supposed to cut it, but some of them use that as an option. So I'm going to sneak in while nobody's here. They won't catch it. You know, so I don't know how much of that's going on. But, you know, it's really not fair for people trying to do right and abide by the laws to let the other ones slip by without, you know, being sort of penalized, whatever penalty is.
In the case of the tree at Mud Barbecue, when that was taken out, the property owner had already applied to council for permission to remove it, and the logger took it upon himself to take that tree out. Did write him a ticket for $750. The judge reduced the fine to $75. In the case of 218 and 216 East Butler Road, the 6 historic trees there, the property owner had those removed, and after we found out about that, we wrote him 6 tickets. He's requested a jury trial, and that is still pending. Regarding the tree at 110 East Butler, the ticket has been issued in the amount of $750, and I don't know if the property owner is going to go for a jury trial or not, or what the judge may assess on that. But when we do have some activity on those 2 pending cases, we will advise council what's been going on.
Mr. Attorney, we have, I think it's a $700 fine now, it was $500 one time. We've got this on the books as a fine. Is there anything we can do to further make sure these people pay it? And I know the judge has, I guess, the authority because he's reduced some of the fines. Anything that we can do as a council to make sure that when they're fined, that they have to adhere to these fines. I know there's different circumstances, but if a tree's cut down, the tree's cut down. You either do it or you say, well, I'm going to do it and hope I don't get caught.
The only thing we can do is just pay over $10,000 on their property, just like we do on a mortgage or anything, so that they would end up having to pay it when they sell their property. Because this is a civil remedy, not a criminal remedy. We can't put anyone in case because it's criminal. And we're asking the city judge to impose the maximum fine.